So today I'd like to talk to you about how I record lead vocals and what that mysterious phrase is when people say vocal chain. A chain of events is basically when something happens to get to an end location. It's you could get up in the morning, you get changed, you brush your teeth, you have breakfast, you leave the house. That's the chain of events that got you out the house, right? Maybe. So the way a vocal recording chain works is exactly the same, apart from you don't have to brush your teeth and all that. Anyway, I think you know what I mean. So the first step in our chain is going to be the singer, and the second step is going to be our microphone. So the singer will sing into the microphone. Easy, right? The next step will be the microphone preamp. So microphones need extra power to amplify them before they can be recorded or even heard in some cases. So the preamplifier or the preamp is what the microphone will be plugged into. So in my case, I use a Neve 1073. It's a very clean and warm sounding preamplifier, which I completely trust. From the preamp on the recording stage, before hitting the tape deck or the computer interface in most modern ways, I would go into a compressor. Now, a compressor is a device that basically controls levels of your audio signal. Okay, so if your singer really sings really loud, screams out Celine Dion style, then of course you want to set a threshold on your compressor, so then it just controls those peaks. So there are many kinds of compressors, and I'm using a valve compressor mostly because from testing I found that it works perfectly well with my preamp, but of course you can try all sorts of different compressors and just to see what works for you. But remember, at the end of the day, trying and testing your recording equipment before you commit to using it is really what it's about. For me, I've been recording for nearly over a decade now, and so I've tried different gear, different equipment, and this is the combination that works perfectly. So from this stage, we've gone from singer, microphone, preamplifier, compressor, and for me at this stage I go into my computer. In this case I'm using an interface to go directly into the computer and use the software which I use, which is called Pro Tools. One last thing to mention, that sometimes it's good to add a bit of EQ to your sound. You might be in a room or you might have a type of singer that kind of has an unusual voice, certain frequencies stick out more than others, and you can tame that before you go into the recording process using your EQ. On my preamplifier I have an EQ already built in, so if I need to use any EQ I can do. Of course, if you don't have that, then you can always just do it within your computer anyway, but this is just an option I use here in the studio. So there you have it, that's my chain of events. Of course, there's vocal takes still to do. There's editing to do once the vocal takes are done within your software of choice. And you know what? The singer might just have a bad day, so you might have to do it on a different day as well. So the chain of events of recording a vocal can be extremely large, but the most important part is to ensure you have a good chain that gets you to where you want to be. It's a bit like trying to get on holiday and you want to make sure you get there as comfortably as you can, knowing everyone's going to be safe along the way. So on that note, before I get too deep, I hope this video has helped you a little bit. It's shown you what I do here in the studio, and if you're interested in this type of subject or you have a project coming up, let me know. If you have any comments, then let me know. Please like, subscribe, the usual, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.